Alright, bums and bummettes! It's Suns here, we're back with another video today, and we will be finally doing Linny and Lynette's trial. Last time we investigated everything, and, oh, well, I guess I can't use the book anymore. Whatever. We investigated, and we found out a lot. You know, I'm not really gonna go over everything we found out. You're gonna have to go and watch that video if you want to know what we found out, I guess. Either way, let's skip to the time of the trial, and let's get this started. Let's get this show up and running. If you guys enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe, because that would mean the world to me. And, you know, all hail Lady Navia. Participate in the trial. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Yeah, I'm obviously going to participate in the trial, dude. Like, what do you mean? Participate in the trial. Lady Navia, my goat! You guys know I love Navia. I do have some thoughts.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Paimon, if we want to win, how about you shut up and get out of here? I still have beef with you from last time.
Lenny and Lynette. At least we will be supporting them from the stands.
True.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
She's a god. I think she understands more about everything than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Also, she probably had to authorize the building of the thing under the opera, because, you know, you're not just going to walk into the Archon's opera house and, you know, remodel the entire underground. You know what I mean?
Best of luck to you.
And what time would you ever do that? Clearly, she had to authorize it, so of course she knows what's going on. She knows everything. Lady Farina de Fontaine!
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Great, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You might be disappointed.
What? Why were we disappointed? I thought it went great.
No, we're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Ah, I see, Lynette.
Don't you
Lady Farina de Fontaine!
Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
I love Farina.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
Debatable.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait, Farina. Just you wait. I will concoct the most ludicrous defense ever.
I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly,
Court is now in session.
The causes and results of the incident. Could we please have Mr. Linny explain the trick?
Yes.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Yes. All right. Time for our astounding defense.
Thank you, Mr. Linny. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina.
I love this.
Do you wish to
This is
refute
peak,
his
bro.
statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linny is clearly lying.
Oh.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Oh,
That
I
is simply
see.
Your hypothesis based on the
Crazy,
presumption that I'm
yeah.
guilty.
Crazy assumption, Farina. Do you have any evidence?
So, and if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
What does this
The
mean?
roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an
The thump.
impression of any kind?
The thump.
No.
GG's,
no.
bro. GG's, Liddy. You're screwed.
But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically
GG's.
everyone heard it.
Huh?
GG's, Lenny.
Hey, hang on.
GG's, bro.
It's not right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lenny might be, he might be guilty, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I thought it was Cowell originally, but now I'm starting to think it might be Lenny, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Ooh.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
It means that the oratrice mécaniste d'analyse is telling us that, Mr. Lenny is guilty.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
That's actually so tough. Hold on. Wait, I actually love Farina. Wait, this is actually the funnest thing I've done in Genshin ever since I started playing. This is so far my favorite part of the entire game. Hold on. This is actually so much fun. I love this. 10 out of 10.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
I believe you, Farina. I'm sorry for doubting
Aren't
you.
you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
I don't know what that is, but probably.
House of the Hearth?
They're Fatui? Oh, that's what that means? I mean, yeah, we already knew they were Fatui.
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Oh,
That's
GG's, bro.
irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
It is definitely not relevant. If you
Indeed.
say you're part of a criminal
Then
organization,
perhaps
people are
you
going to
could
suspect
tell
you.
us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Ooh.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now.
Ooh.
Unless your script already has holes in it.
Farina might be the goat, bro. Hold on. This is actually so tough, dude.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted?
I love her laugh.
Clumsy infighting in Discord, I
Farina's so
suppose.
cute, but so cool at the same
This
time.
was almost too easy.
I love her. 10 out of 10.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
I didn't know gods had to sleep. Huh.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Lenny and Lynette are Fatui. I already knew that, but I guess they didn't know that.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
GG's, Lenny, bro. GG's. Yup. He's a con artist. He lied to us. He wasn't even in the tunnel or the box. He's trying to lie to the goddess Farina. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine. There must be some other scheme at work here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lenny, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're definitely guilty, bro. You and Cowell are both guilty. Nah, because, like, he lied to us, too. That's actually kind of insane. You know what, Farina? You're the GOAT, bro. You know what's going on. Hold on. Oh, my God. We're being conned. We're being lied to.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh, my God. Yeah, GG's, bro. Like, you're guilty,
I
dog.
knew it.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
True that.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
What are we trying to speak for, bro? Like, my client has withheld some key information. What key information? What has he withheld?
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are some things that must be
Is
discussed.
that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
True that.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
True that.
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
Yeah, bro, you're kind of
You would
cooked.
stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
Yeah,
In
GG's,
that
bro. He's
case,
cooked.
My dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
I love her laugh so much. It's so cute. Oh my god. But yeah, yeah, Lenny, bro, you're cooked. You're guilty, dude. Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Well,
Why would you lie to me?
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
She's a god, and you
I'm
thought she
sorry,
couldn't find out
Traveler
where you're from?
Paimon.
Yeah.
GG's.
Sorry.
GG's, chat.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
Yeah.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
GG's.
Set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
Yeah, shut up, Paimon. I'm really mad
sorry.
too.
I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain.
Alright, bro, get to it.
I know
Explain.
you've clashed with a Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset.
Oh, it is.
But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Yeah, right.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
Uh-huh.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face.
Uh-huh.
I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends.
Yeah, right.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Is that not the same
truth
as
is
lying?
very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Uh-huh. How can we know this isn't all just another lie?
So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust
What
me
is
at
this
point.
gaslighting, bro? Stop trying to gaslight me, Lenny.
You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But
Yeah.
still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Yeah, at least not in this case. Alright, bro.
Please forgive us.
I'm not forgiving you.
You both say that, but...
Where did you actually go?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question. If Lynette really dressed up as you, how did she hide her figure, which is clearly different than your figure?
We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates.
The Oratrice
We want to know
mécanisme de
why it has
analyse.
consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it.
Okay.
From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Okay.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
I
That
see.
air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Uh-huh. Someone's voice. Whose voice?
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
Uh-huh.
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
I see.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Of course, yeah.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Why do you want to understand how the Oratrice mécanisme de analyse operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time.
You did. You haven't
It
told
was
me
never
how
my
she
wish
hid her
to
figure.
proceed under this cloud of mistrust either.
Uh-huh.
But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui,
L
there's
gaslighting,
nothing I
bro.
can do to stop you.
Stop trying to gaslight me.
You decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the. Yeah, well, you see, there ain't a whole lot of choice when I only got one option, bro. Like, dude, what do you mean you decide? Decide what? I only got one choice. All right, like these two mean they mean the same exact thing, bro. I will defend you from these charges.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two.
Yeah,
If we want to
nah.
refute the Hydro
Not really.
accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Don't you mean an airtight defense? Oh yeah.
Huh?
The adjournment's almost over. What key evidence do we have?
Oh,
Hmm?
Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
I have no clue. Lenny's statement. Yeah. That's great, but we can't use that statement now, can we? The voice in the oratrice mécanisme d'analyse. Wait, but again, what key information do we have? We have no evidence of anything. We genuinely have no evidence of anything, bro. Like, the dude's guilty. I'm sorry. We have no evidence to prove otherwise besides just, hey, bro, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. I swear he's not guilty, bro. The nail-biting trial.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
All right.
Last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
All right, Lady Farina, my goat.
That took long enough.
Navi, my goat.
Now then, if
My two goats in
everyone
one
would
room.
lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions. That is not how you say that. My god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is my English? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Assertions of fact and replace them with new and... I didn't even read that, alright. Use your refutation to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The oratrice mécanisme d'analyse will display such shifts clearly. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Farina versus me.
The countdown began. He entered the tunnel.
True.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
Okay.
He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound.
Uh-huh.
Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that sounds like a pretty good story. That sounds pretty believable. Like I'm sorry, dude, but like, I would believe that. That sounds like a pretty believable story.
Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
That sounds like a pretty good story. I'm really sorry.
That's the truth behind what happened.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Farina, you might be right. You might be onto something. Farina might be the
Does
goat.
the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key
Not
to
at all.
refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Yeah, but we have no evidence of what he saw. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, she's right, bro. I'm sorry. She's right. There's no loopholes. The only loophole... Like, the only possible loophole here, right? Is that what would make that loud thud. Like, that's about it. Like, what is there really to say? Like, there's no loopholes anywhere. Like, Linny's statement, he headed to the chamber. Yeah, but that's just his statement. That doesn't mean anything. No one left the opera house during the magic show after the incident happened. Only those who had their identities cleared could leave. Linny claims to have heard a mysterious voice. That also tells us absolutely nothing. The clothes belonged to Halsey. The lady went missing. The strange sound. Like, there's just nothing. There's absolutely nothing here. Like, I don't know. There's like he's right. She's right, bro. What do you want me to say? Farina's right. That's probably what happened, bro. He entered the tunnel as the countdown began. Like, okay, we can use his statement, but his statement doesn't mean anything.
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Yeah, no, really? No crap. Yeah, we know. I have no evidence for anything, bro. Like, genuinely, I have no evidence for anything. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, he knocked her out and used her... He knocked her out using the vase. Okay. Okay, wait. But then, where could he have left her? No one left the opera house. What?
This won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Yeah, what do you want me to say, bro? There's no proof anywhere, bro. There's no proof anywhere. That's not...
To Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel.
That's not a rebuttal. That's his own word. That's just hearsay. That's just he said, she said, bro. Like, that's not evidence of anything. Like, I can say right now that I'm Jeff Bezos, or that I was at Jeff Bezos' house last week. That's not evidence of anything. Like, what? Okay, whatever. Linny kidnapped Halsey, and then what? He heard that. Yeah, he heard.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
No, it isn't. We have no proof that's the actual truth. Like, what? What are we yapping about? Like, oh, yeah. And then, I guess, he must have been very confused from...
Linny did not take part in the...
I get what they want me to do now. Like, now, they want me to basically say that Linny's story is a fact. You have no evidence for any of this, bro. Like, they just want me to do it the way that he said it was.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
So basically, she's saying, I said that this happened this way, therefore he's innocent. There's no proof! Like, what? Like, what? Dude, Farina could easily dispute this. What do you mean it's even? This is not no successful rebuttal, bro. A successful refutation. Like, we didn't refute anything. We didn't refute jack sheesh.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
Not at all.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
You see, Farina's the only smart person in this entire courtroom. Okay, Farina and Navi are the only two smart people in this entire courtroom. Well, let me rephrase. I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed. No, it isn't!
My reasoning?
What? What? I mean, okay, this is the only thing I'll give it to you. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't have bumped into him by chance. That doesn't mean anything. Cowell absolutely could have bumped into Linny by chance. There's no reason that he couldn't have just because it was... Like, what?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
This is, like, yeah, this is the only, like, slight point, but even then, it's, like, it's iffy, bro.
And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
I take it back. Farina's the only smart person in this entire courtroom.
Is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask?
I don't know. Why do they
You're
ask?
saying that he wasn't?
He wasn't what? He wasn't what? He wasn't in the magic box, so he wouldn't... Like, what? That's literally what she said. If he was in the box, he would have heard it. So he obviously wasn't in the box. What do you mean your claim has not become my weapon? Like, what? What is this? This is hurting me so much. This is so stupid. What? There's not a slight bit of evidence for any of this, bro. Please, like, who made this, bro? A strange sound. Ay, ay, ay.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
But you have no evidence of that, dude. There's not a single bit of proof. Like, what?
This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent.
This is literally just he said, she said, bro. Farina is the only one with any actual evidence here, and she's the only smart person in this entire courtroom, bro. Holy.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the
There's no proof! There's no proof!
Yet.
There's not a single bit of proof.
Well played.
Shut up, Renavia. You're starting to become stupid.
You'd use such logic.
Never mind. Farina's stupid too. Everyone in this courtroom is stupid.
Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Everyone in this courtroom is an idiot. Every last one of them. They're all stupid. The murderer was Cowl. The murderer was Cowl. I'm telling you right now. The murderer was Cowl. The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowl in the box below. If Lenny is no longer under suspicion, why would he no longer be under suspicion? He's still the prime suspect. You have no proof of anything. Oh my god. This hurts me so much. Like, please tell me, who is it that made this story? Whoever it is that made this story has never been in a courtroom once in their life. They don't even, like, ay, ay, ay. Then he gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside a box. Yeah. And they changed her outfit. Lynette and her assistant would take charge. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reasoning for this remains unknown. Cowl, bro. Cowl.
The deceased's name is Cowl, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Exactly. That's my entire point. It was him. Hypothesis correct. Thank you.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
Yep.
The killer was, in fact, Cowl, the deceased!
Say that to Farina, not to me, bro.
Oh, is that so? How interesting. Let's hear your reasoning then.
Okay, now this is the only thing they have good reasoning for, but ay.
What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Alright, can I read these?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal... The deceased's name is Cowl, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well.
Alright. Lenny couldn't have
was not in
interfered
the
because he
tunnel.
wasn't in the tunnel. Okay.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between...
And, let's see.
The deceased's name is Cowl.
Alright.
The
The sound may have come from a clash.
It
And
would have
then
been tough for
it would have been
both-
tough for both people.
No one entered or left the opera house. The deceased's name
Okay, no. Because I can't do this only 4. If I had 5, I could do this so well. Because my story right now, Lenny wasn't in there. Okay. What is this one?
The sound
Lenny wasn't in
may
there,
have come from-
and the sound we might have heard was while he wasn't in there. Okay.
It would have been tough for
And,
both.
okay, no, let's remove this one. All right, let's
no
just.
one entered or left.
No one entered or left the opera house. And
The
the deceased name is Cal. Hypothesis incorrect. Well, screw you, bro. How can I prove there was an altercation in the tunnel? Well, by the clothes. And
No
also
one
the sound. The
entered or-
sound.
The sound we heard may.
The sound. And now.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The deceased's
like-
name is. It would have been tough for both.
Like
The
you.
deceased's name is.
You.
Halsey's clothing.
And you, I don't know. Incorrect. Alright, I'm missing one. What am I missing?
No one entered or left.
No one entered or left. Alright, bro. This is the dumbest story I've ever heard. This is actually the dumbest story ever. What are we doing? Incorrect? Huh? Alright, bro. Yeah. Cal had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could have likely been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling, yeah. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box. But according to guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing they would have been discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Halsey go? Who knows, bro?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff.
Everyone in this courtroom is an idiot, but Farina's the smartest among the idiots.
For it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely.
There's a secret exit behind the bookshelf.
And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Escaping from the water tank.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
True that. Absolutely true that.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second. What are we holding
Lenny
on?
was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Yes, true.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes,
The
clearly.
deceased's name is Cowell. Lenny's
Yeah,
assistant.
clearly.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
I don't get it, but all right. What does the water have to do with it?
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped.
Did she turn into the water? Huh?
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
That's what I'm saying, Farina, bro. You get it.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I mean, actually, have you seen Mona and what's the other blue girl's name? Yelan. Have you seen Mona and Yelan? They both turn into water, so technically it is possible.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well.
Oh yeah, what truth?
Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about 2 completely different things.
Yes and no.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment.
You really shouldn't.
The truth
Because
must be
I'm
out there
confused too.
somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense.
Nothing makes
Since
sense right
Cowell's
now.
the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
Yeah, we definitely would hurt.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse,
No, it
I
doesn't.
believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
It is not at an impasse, bro. Just say
Please
he's
step
guilty
into
and
the
move on.
lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Okay.
Primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
I see.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
I see.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Holy
Could
plot
something
armor.
so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment.
Again, go look at Yelan and Mona. They both turn into water.
It's just a coincidence, isn't it?
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Yeah, what about us?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Alright, we're trusting Navia.
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues.
True that.
Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Please continue
Of course.
speaking.
Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Can they, though?
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
I don't get it. I'm out. The prime suspect is Cowell. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
Lynette was in the magic. I remember there was
To control the timing, it would be the
Now
hook,
it
right?
seems like
No,
the
it would be the rope.
that held the water.
What item did the culprit use? The
from
water.
Clearly.
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
Now it
The
seems
hook.
like
Alright, bro, screw you. What do they use to control the
Now it
timing?
seems like
The hook.
the rope that held the water
And,
tank up.
Alrighty, bruv.
Lynette was in the magic. I remember there was something else with.
Whatever was in that inner layer, there we go.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Shut up,
In the
Paimon.
original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
I see.
When the balloon box popped. The water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey.
So she's dead.
Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage.
I see.
He encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
I see.
That does make sense.
It really doesn't.
Actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
No, it doesn't.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Farina.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention
yeah, just do your
the
thing,
exact
Farina.
circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
I see.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
New evidence.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
All right. What's the new evidence, bruv?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
GG's, bro. You're guilty again.
Can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Of course. All right. Time to refute.
Did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Okay.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Okay, Farina, now we're just grabbing at straws. This one, like, the last one was solid. I would have believed the last one. This one is...
Mr. Linny.
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Yes there is. What?
Is this the end of the road?
Oh, the one time that she makes a claim that you could actually prove otherwise. Now you say it's the end of the road? Alright, bro. Come on. GG's, chat.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I don't know, bro. Just let the dude be sentenced. He's guilty.
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
Of course.
I believe this is indeed the finale.
I'm siding with Farina here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
What?
This I must ask you not to shout, and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Oh.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion.
True that.
Once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
True that.
And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance?
Yes, it would.
Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
All right.
But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to do this
I
in the middle of a
understand.
court case, but you know, what do I know? What do I know? Click. What are we
And
clicking?
voila.
Voila. Excusez-moi.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I
Oh.
was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial.
Oh,
I was
damn.
just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
Oh.
What? Why?
Yeah, why? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Oh.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there, and I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Oh.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nap me.
Oh, so they tried to dissolve her, but she's...
So I
Oh.
knocked him out and stuffed him into
They
the box.
tried to dissolve her, but she's from Mondstadt, so it
There was
doesn't
nowhere to run
work.
from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
I mean, yeah.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
You're right.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Time to refute the Hydro Archon's reasoning and call it a day, chat.
The entire story from Lillian's perspective.
How the truth comes to fruition. Linny entered the tunnel. Halsey dissolved. She did not dissolve. Well, she didn't dissolve. We kind of just found out that she's not here. So, like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, I see. Fighting between Linny and Cowl. But she didn't dissolve. She's fine. I guess it was a broken flower. Like, what do you want me to say, bro? I'm just gonna click all of them, bro. Like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Strange sound.
There was a strange sound. And then the broken flower vase.
The flower.
And then the clothes belong to the girl.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Shut up, Paimon.
Selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket.
I see.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Whoa. We figured it out, guys. Oh my god, this has been the longest video I've ever made. Alright, we figured it out. It's all Jover, right? Right? It's all Jover now?
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house.
And she stole the 2 macarons.
Days.
She stole the 2
She had
macarons
already
from
become
her.
desperately hungry by
Yep.
the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
So Paimon didn't eat it. Damn.
All the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo.
Now then,
He's innocent.
Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
What are you gonna speak against, bro? GG's, Farina.
Please.
GG's, my goat.
Question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
GG's, Farina.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that. She's like a deflated
No, my
banana.
poor girl Farina,
If there are no
no!
objections, then as
Someone
the
go
Chief
give her a
Justice of
macaron and a
Fontaine,
baguette.
I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Bro, we heard it this
The
many
actual
times.
perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the oratrice.
The oratrice mécanisme d'analyse!
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Absolute cinema.
Victory for
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate yet. Y'all are still guilty of other crimes.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
By going through it like a bum.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Damn.
Sure you know
Farina
what you
is
must do
the
to lessen your
queen of
sentence.
pride and ego.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our
Ooh.
boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
Oh. Oh, GG's. He turned into water. He dissolved.
And now he can no longer talk.
Oh, GG's.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
My God.
Outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
That was something. Nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
I mean, yeah, we've kind of been in this courtroom for over 2 hours, so yeah, what do you think? We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
But what? But nothing!
Paimon, please wait.
You see, I have things to do and places to be. I have to go on a dinner date with Navia. Like, I have more important things to do.
Now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
Yeah, bro. We're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight.
You want to get me a dinner date with Navia? I'll forgive you.
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time.
Yeah, right.
As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of that was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us.
Father, the Knave.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Oh my God, the one who controls the House of the Hearth. She's your father.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story?
I really don't care.
It's about my past.
Like, I really
Back
don't
when
care.
our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets.
I really don't
To
care.
survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there.
Uh-huh.
To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever.
Well, actually, she has
Before long,
cat ears, so
an
she's a street
aristocrat
cat,
came
not
to
a street
me
rat.
And claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
I mean, hey, why do you care?
That doesn't seem too bad
Yeah,
either.
neither. Yeah.
Better than roaming the streets.
Exactly. Like, who cares if you're being used a little bit? At least it's better than being homeless.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me.
Oh.
I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is.
That is insane.
Oh no. So he was
gonna sell her off.
But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Villain!
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
What does that mean?
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
Oh, so the knave didn't let it happen. Oh
That's
my
right.
god.
She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Evil rich people.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
The knave of After the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans.
Oh yeah?
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
You know what? Maybe Father ain't so bad.
She believes in that prophecy too?
Kinda hard not to believe
That's
in it.
right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy.
Exactly.
Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always defend our homeland.
Of course.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis,
I can't completely trust
aimed
you.
at dealing with that prophecy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you two are bums.
It's alright. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right.
Yeah, right.
If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Goodbye. You're a bum. You suck. Alright? I'm just saying.
Bye, Linny.
Bye, Linny. Tisk. Either way, that was... Wow, that was one long quest. To recap. Court case. Linny was somehow not guilty. The other bum was guilty. We made it out. If you guys have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.